So hello friends and welcome back, and in this video we are going to see problem C. The earlier C was SEE. Okay, we are going to see problem C of round 638, I guess. Yeah, Phoenix and distribution. Okay, let's review. So first of all, as usual, I will explain the problem statement, what the problem says, and after that we will move on to the code, and then after that we will move on to the approach and then the solution. So yeah, let's get started. So first of all, Phoenix has a string S which consists of lowercase Latin letters. He wants to distribute all the letters of his string into k non-empty strings. Phoenix has a string. Okay, yeah, fine. He has a string. He wants to distribute this string, okay, this string into k non-empty strings. Non-empty strings. Basically, he has to put every character of this string into. These are number of bags is k bags, and you have to put every character into these k bags. Now, what I have to do is that I have to rearrange these letters in such a way that maximum lexicographically string in a set is minimum. Understanding? See, let's have an example basically so that we can make it clear. For example, I have BAACB and my K was 2. First of all, I will have N, which is 5, and my K is 2. So I will place these 5 letters into 2 bags so that my lexicographically string, maximum lexicographically string in these K bags, the maximum one should be minimum, which means that if I have 2 bags, so the first thing which strikes my mind is that I want to make it lexicographically minimum. So I will choose for the minimum letter. I will choose A, I will place here. The next A I will place here, because actually see, you know, I want the lexicographically minimum one, and basically you just understand that you have to make it minimum as possible. Okay, then first of all, as you know that you have to choose the lexicographically minimum, so what you do is that you sort it. Okay, now it has become AABBC. Now it becomes easy. Yeah, so the first thing which comes in mind is that I want lexicographically minimum, so I will sort it. You sorted it. Now you took A, now you took B, now you took B, now you took C. So is it right? No, it is not. Because see, if I had my AB, if I had this, my A, B, B, C, then C, it is lexicographically minimum. Then this A, B, C. So, okay, Aaron, it was a bit tricky, but let's think of another examples also. So in the problem statement, the examples are very good actually. All the examples, if you see them very briefly, so you will understand what the edge cases are. So let's have all the examples. First of all, 4, 2, my K is 2, and I had my BA. So as usual, I will sort it. Okay, I have AABB, and I have 2 sets. I will place it like this. As usual, I will place my starting 2 elements, okay, which are 2, A and A, and the remaining elements BB. Okay, it sounds fine. Now let's have another example, 5 and 2, which is BAACB. Now what I will do is that I will sort it AABBC, Now I have to place it 2. So I place starting 2 because as usual, you have to place the first starting very minimum so that you can get very minimum ones. I places A and A. Yeah. Then now I have to fill with this. But if I see it carefully, then what I will notice is that okay, if I place BB, then I have to place C anywhere. So it will not be good basically. As you saw here, it will not be good. See, understanding? You saw here, it will not be good. So my mind strike that if it is not good, then what I will do is that if I have any other elements after this, I have elements, okay, I have here, I had only B, so I could place, like I could equally place B's in this equally. Now here I had another element also, but now I don't like to equally place it, because if I equally place it, then what will happen basically in turn, finally what will happen is that the problem here above problem which I showed you here, it will arise. So what I will do, I will place the whole string in one, B, B, C. Now why it happened? It happened because, see, B, B, understanding B, B. So if I remove anything, if I suppose remove 1B, then it will become lexicographically bigger than this string. So to make it lexicographically very least, I am doing this. I hope that you guys got some basic intuition about it. Let's have another example as well. Now I have 5 and 3. A. I have to group in 3 sets. Okay, I sorted A. I group place 3 sets. I place I will first of all place starting A. No problem. Then the remaining 2. Okay, as these are same, so I will equally place them. Okay, so maximum 1 we got here. Okay, so now let's have another examples as well, which is 6 and 4, which is A X Z. Now it is 4 basically. First of all I will sort it, which is A X Z. Now it is 4, so I will have 4, 1 2 3 4. I will starting place 4, A X. Now as you can see that I have my remaining Z's. Then if I have my remaining Z's, then now see, already as you can see already that yeah, it is okay. Now as you can see already that anything what I do, anything, if I do anything, it will always be lexicographically smaller than this, because actually if suppose if it was B, suppose it was C, suppose it was anything else other than A, so if it is not same, so there is no point in adding any other alphabet in it, because already it is lexicographically bigger than this. So if you want to add anything else, you can add in this. Understanding? Because actually at last you have to print what is the lexicographically largest one in this, and we have to minimize that. So there is no point in adding another alphabet in this, because already it is very bigger, and already I have opted from starting, because I have sorted it, so I have opted from starting. So already I took minimum from my side, but now I will not add another element. Let's suppose A was not here and we have to add ZZ, then I will add both my Z's here, but as you know that here it is remaining, so I will add my 1Z here, but it will not affect basically because it is already lexicographically smaller than this. So I just wanted to say that if my anything which is different in my starting K elements, so it will be the answer basically, because I will not add anything further in that. If I want to add anything further, then I will add in the starting ones. Understanding? So you got one basic intuition from here. and one basic intuition from here and one basic intuition from here. See what I said, that the examples are very good in this. Now the last one is this, which is okay, I'm writing. Now let's sort it. So what we get is this. Now we have only one, so we will place one, and the remaining, as you know that there are no other places, so I have to place here only. So it is this. So at last, the basic intuition which we got is that if my elements are all same in this, which is not in this particular case, but if my elements are not same in this, then the one which is the last one, which is the, suppose these elements are k elements. So if my elements are not same, now how I will check? I will compare my this means S0 with S of k minus 1, and if it is not same, then I will print my S of k minus 1th element, and it will be the answer basically. But it is one case. Okay, another case is that if my starting k elements are same, okay, but if my the particular element, this particular element, after just k elements, means S of k is after k elements, and S of n minus 1, if these are not same, it means that it is having more than one different elements. So what I will do is that the remaining whole string I will plug it into the one set, so that to get the minimum answer. Understanding? I will plug the whole string which is remaining, which is after this k, I will plug the whole string in my one set, which is the one starting alphabet, which is basically. And the third case finally which I get is that if I have my k elements, starting k elements which are same, okay, as usual here also, and the remaining elements are also same, then what I will do is that I will equally distribute these remaining n minus k elements in these k sets. Now here one basic thing comes in our mind when we write it, that if I had A, B, B and B, so what will be my answer is that if I have my k as 2, then my answer would be B, B, B. So my answer would be this. So what I will do is that first of all I will have my these k elements in my this. Okay, so first of all I had my AA, which is fixed. Okay, now I have to place these B elements in my k sets. Okay, so here k is my 2, so 3 elements in 2 sets, which gives 1.5. so I will have my seal value of this, which gives 2. So I will place 2 B's in my answer, so I will get my whole string. So I guess that you guys got these 3 conditions which I told you, and now I will show you my code in which I write these 3 conditions so that it will become much easier for you to understand. So let's move on to the code. And first of all I had t, as you can see, then I had my n and k, which indicates the length of the string, and the k sets, or you can say the multiple strings in which we want to have my S string. Now I had my S string, and as I said that I need my sorted answer, so I sorted my string array. Then first of all the case, as I showed you, the case of AAXXZ, as I showed you that if S0 is not equal to S of k minus 1, because actually see, if it is not equal, then it indicates that in the starting k elements I have more than one different alphabets or letters, and if I have more than one different letters, then it indicates that the one which is lexicographically bigger, I will just print the particular one which is lexicographically bigger, and I will not append anything further in that. So I just printed that lexicographically bigger one, and I like you can just say that I continue to my further case. But if it is not, then first of all I had my first element, because actually you know that in every set, first of all the first element, the smallest one, will be there. And then the another case, as I showed you that and the example of BBC, so in that we got answer A and ABBC. So if S of k and S of n minus 1, they are not equal, which means that in the remaining n minus k elements I have more than one distinct letters, then what I will do is that I will place my these distinct letters, all the remaining letters I will append in my final answer. But if the remaining elements are all, if the remaining letters are all equal, then I just simply have to distribute in my set and I have to just print the final answer. So as I showed you that I will iterate from 1 to the seal. As I showed you that as I showed in the explanation, that I will have the seal of n minus k, because the remaining elements are n minus k, and I have to divide in my set number of sets, which is k. I multiply it by 1.0 because the seal value accepts the floating point number. So as to have this complete in the floating point, I multiply it by 1.0, and then I iterated plus, and I just appended the last, as you know that, because already like it will not affect last or the first element, because all the elements are basically same. So you know that the B will be appended these number of times in this, and then what I will do finally is that I will have my next line. So I guess that you guys understood it. So if you guys liked it, then please like the video, and yeah, see you in the next explanation. Bye.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's